Did you know, dear viewer, imagine living in a world drowning in darkness. As soon as the sun sets, life comes to a halt. No lights, no illuminated streets, no phones, no work after sunset, and not even the ability to study at night. Imagine that the lamp in your room right now didn't exist, and that people had to rely on candles and oil lamps, weak, expensive, and dangerously flammable. But there was one man who refused to accept this reality, a man who wouldn't settle for a world where humans lived in darkness forever. This man was Thomas Edison, the inventor of the electric light bulb, who was not just a scientist or an ordinary inventor, but a symbol of persistence and determination that knew no limits. But did you know, dear viewer, that Edison was not the first to think of the electric light bulb? In fact, many scientists before him attempted to invent a working electric lamp, but they all failed. The problem was that the bulbs they created didn't last long. They either burned out within minutes or consumed enormous amounts of energy, making them impractical. And this is where the real story begins. Edison's journey with the light bulb. Edison was a man who never believed in the word impossible. He believed that failure wasn't the end, but simply a lesson on the path to success. When he decided to create a practical electric light bulb, he embarked on a long and exhausting series of experiments. Imagine this. He tried more than 1,000 times to invent a functional light bulb. Yes, 1,000 attempts that didn't work. Every day, he tested a new material for the filament inside the bulb, but the problem was always the same. The materials would either melt too quickly, burn out, or not work at all. With each failure, his team grew frustrated, but Edison remained unfazed. Instead, he confidently declared, "I have not failed. I've just found 1,000 ways that won't work." But after months and years of trial and error, after experimenting with metals, fibers, carbon, and even hair, he finally discovered the magic solution: a thin carbon filament inside a vacuum-sealed glass bulb. When he tested it, the miracle happened. The bulb lit up, and this time, it didn't burn out in seconds. It stayed illuminated for hours. Can you imagine Edison and his team's feelings at that moment? After thousands of hours of work, experiments, and setbacks, they had finally succeeded in creating a light bulb that could illuminate the world. But the story didn't end there. Even after inventing the light bulb, the journey was far from easy. Many people mocked him, saying his idea was ridiculous and that people would never use electricity because it was too dangerous. But Edison didn't care about the criticism. Instead, he took the next big step. He didn't just invent the light bulb. He built the world's first power station to deliver electricity to homes. He developed entire lighting systems so that people could use electricity easily. He faced fierce competition from other scientists, but he kept improving his invention until electricity became an essential part of our daily lives. And today, when you look around and see lights everywhere, remember that it all started with an idea that belonged to a man who refused to give up, a man who never knew despair, a man who decided to light up the world. The lesson to learn, dear viewer: if Edison had given up after his first failure, or his 10th, or even his 500th, we wouldn't have electricity and light bulbs today. Success isn't luck. It's the result of persistence, effort, and learning from failure. So, no matter how many obstacles you face, don't stop. Don't give up. Remember Edison's story, and remember that every attempt brings you closer to success. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to support us by liking and subscribing, because we have many more inspiring stories that will change the way you see life. See you in the next video.